Did you know there's a new game mode in FIFA 22? What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you're new around these parts, especially coming into FIFA 22 proper, notification, doorbell, you touch it, you ring it, you smell it, you love it, you appreciate it. And this is not clickbait. There is a new game mode already announced in FIFA 22 that has not necessarily been discussed. In fact, it has 8 functions or factors, segments. Technically, it could be 8 game modes. Which of these mini games are you most excited for? And we're talking Volta. This is Mario Party of the FIFA space. Also, did you play Volta? I put it into motion, decent amount on the live stream. Generally speaking, we got to work out the online matchmaking and just the depth of the game mode. This is a step. Let's discuss. If you're saying, Mike, what is this new game mode you speak of? Volta Arcade. Party up with 3 additional players, including friends and other players from Volta football community. This is going to be underrated. We're creating a more dynamic, community-driven skill game. And if you've played a lot of Ultimate Team or just FIFA in general, skill games are prevalent and also fantastic ways to learn new skills, intricacies. It's kind of your live tutorial and it often gets overlooked. Yes, this is more casual. I'm not gonna break down Volta as a game mode in its entirety. I wanna talk about these 8 different arcade games or party games that are community-driven. I already foresee the laughs. Maybe I'm getting a little too excited. Let me know out of the 8, which would you play? Which do you think is a flop? Because we're gonna go through it. Dodgeball, a true underdog story. I'm sure you've seen the movie, you're familiar. Don't make me start pulling out references. And all these skill games are 2v2 from what I'm seeing. This reminds me of when you used to play some sort of mini game or you were in practice, football practice or whatever it might be. We used to call it bottoms up. I think some people called it red ass, where you had to bend over and the team that won would try to drill you with the ball. So some sort of similarity to dodgeball. Please, somebody in the comments tell me they played that game and there is a better name, surely. Because bottoms up and red ass just, it gets the job done, but we could be more creative. Is there a picture? Jose, can you Google? I'm gonna regret telling you to Google this, Jose, on an editing standpoint, but bottoms up or red ass with football somehow included in that Google search. That will explain what I'm referencing for the people in the video and also for you on the back end. I'm hoping. I could be lying. It could get real dodgy. If it gets dodgy, don't show that. Foot tennis. I think we've all played this at some point. Little makeshift activity on the tennis courts. We've also seen the introduction on social media in many regards. We have that mini table tennis. This will be the highlight, in my opinion, when we're looking at some of these party games within the Volta Arcade. Disco Lava. I know I talk about rhythm and alignment, but I'm not feeling this. I think it's a reach at best. I understand the concept. You see colors changing and so forth and so on, and points being tallied up, but it just doesn't apply to me. It reminds me of, what was the game called? It was Quibbert. You know what I'm talking about? You jumped around on squares with a checkered board. Somehow we've got a checkered insider trait. I don't know. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't move me. Quick strike. Quick fire away. And you're gonna see a goal highlighted. Also, something that we've seen with some of these training drills, it's not exactly like this, but you'll be in the middle. You may have seen this on Instagram where a target lights up or something lights up and then it's quick to react and you have to pass the ball this way and you keep it moving. I could see this being good looks, a lot of fun. People say they got quick triggers, they got instinctive material, reactions are better than most. I cannot confirm any of that, but now we have a form of putting that on display. Measurables. I wouldn't mind playing through all 8 if we're able to maybe wager something. I'm just manifesting. I'm putting that energy out there. Because I still remember what I would consider the golden era of YouTube, at least in the FIFA community. And that's when we had wagers and pink slips. And there was so much back and forth between different creators and matchups. It made for some of the most natural networking and just build up. And it was just so different. And I don't want to say I necessarily missed those times, but to a certain regard, going back and seeing how raw the content was, before there were more of the brands and the understanding of the business aspect and just upgraded creation. I still recall people using some sloppy cameras and webcams, myself included. I wasn't better than that. We didn't have the DSLRs, didn't have the nice microphones. I'll never forget, there's a video of Rodashaw, and I think he was announcing, that's Harry, if you don't know who Rodashaw is, you should. Sideman. He was announcing his partaking in a FIFA tournament, and during the announcement, I think for 2 minutes, he just eggs himself while talking about it. Hold on, I'll find the video. One moment. I don't know if I found the exact video, but you get the idea. The point that I'm making. Wall ball elimination. Don't tell me you didn't play this hood classic all over the neighborhood. I'm not sure how smoothly it's gonna work. Between the 2v2 and so forth. It's kind of a mix of playing wall ball and also almost a racquetball with the way that it bounces off the walls, or a handball. We'll still run this up. Team takeaway. I'm not sure if I'm as excited to play this virtual, just being transparent. But it is a major part of football in every sense of having success. Pass and move, tiki-taka. When I'm growing up, when you're growing up, one of the most common drills before you get started and you get into training is a game of keep away. You got somebody in the middle, you guys are on the outside in a circle, maybe you got a couple guys in the middle, circle's getting a little bit bigger. It's relatable, it has a narrative, and without a doubt, it's part of the sport. Target gallery. This is just gonna be havoc, pure chaos. So much going on. Might end up being one of the most fun of all these modes as well. This just looks like a W across the board. There's a lot of action, points being scored, opportunities being missed, and I feel as if you always have a chance to make a comeback because these balls are getting fed so quickly. And then it's that question of can you make something magical happen? You get a streak going, especially you and your partner, or vice versa. Y'all fall apart. Clutch factor not there. Corner scramble. I don't think so. I think it's going to be difficult to take players on. I could be wrong. This very much so reminds me of Fall Guys. Maybe that's where there was more inspiration than even the Mario Party reference that I had to start out the video. This might be more of a Fall Guys between the four of you, where you're competing between your boys or your friends or even random folks with different strokes that feel like they're going to be able to have bragging rights. I just hope this turns into something around content creators or live stream, because I could see this being a way to relax. If you played a lot of weekend league, you're grinding, you need to take your mind off the focus, just have a laugh, be a little more laid back. That's what Pro Clubs is for many people. You're still playing the game that you enjoy, but you're looking at it different. Perspective has switched up. Thanks again for watching. What are your thoughts? Are you putting this into motion? Free flow, taking a moment away from Ultimate Team, or is it a no-go? Which games relate to you? They speak your language, whatever that may be. Very international across the board in the FIFA scene. As always, I'm gonna be uploading heavy, definitely daily, as we approach FIFA 22, and we keep that pushing, moving, grooving, vibes heavy, wordplay, puns, not lackluster. I'll have a lot more coming out ASAP. I appreciate all of you.